each and every one of you for being here with us today. We're very pleased to be able to welcome you on this special occasion. Today marks our launch of the Be More Wise program, and we're proud to be able to host it today here at this wonderful place with all of you. For our Be More Wise participants, you have all been chosen to be part of our inaugural cohort due to the commitment and passion of our mayor and our director of Department of Public Works. Your commitment and passions have helped us all to unite, and the energy we create is what will allow us to achieve our individual as well as group goals. We need you as much as you need us. And that is why we are grateful to have you join us. I would like to introduce the Director of the Department of Public Works, Dr. Jason Mitchell, to start our program this evening.
First, thank you, Ms. Harry. Good afternoon, everybody. It's a great day for DPW. Having our participants here with Be More Wise and being the first inaugural class for our Be More Wise program, I just want to first thank you, gentlemen. But I also want to start by thanking our fearless leader, Mayor Scott, for all the support that he provides and for joining us today so that we can continue to be best in class here in DPW. But I also want to thank our special guest today from the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, Dr. Candace Boyd, who is the director of EPA Chesapeake Bay program. Doc, good doc? Yes, yes. Also, our state partners from the Maryland Department of Environment, Tim Barr, the managing director for water and wastewater. Is Tim? I didn't see Tim earlier, but he should be here. But in this country, we have close to 2 million workers who work directly involved with planning, designing, construction, and operating our water facilities throughout the country. The work of these individuals are critical for our public health and environmental protection for all the region in this country. Some of these jobs include water, wastewater treatment plants, pipeline construction, lab scientists, heavy equipment operators, engineers, and skill management. These are well-paying, competitive jobs, and particularly in the public sector, these jobs lead to decades-long careers. And just as a personal note, my grandfather, born in 1920, Willie Mitchell, which is my middle name, started his job at 28 years old for East Bay Municipal Utility District, which is a water district in the San Francisco Bay Area. He started his first job as a laborer on a crew. My grandfather was lucky enough to be the first African-American truck driver, heavy equipment operator for the East Bay Mud, right? And I actually was able to stand on his shoulders because his grandson is now leading the 9th largest public water organization in the country. So we stand on the footsteps of the shoulders of the people that come before us. But we also look at uplifting you, lifting you up and grabbing you all so that you all can be the future leaders of DPW. I want one of you all to take my job. And that's what this program is. It's about investing in our youth, investing in Baltimore, and investing in our young folks of color, our black young men out there. I didn't understand what water was until I was 30 years old. You all are lucky enough to understand this hidden industry at a very young age. And you will have a tremendous amount of opportunity should you keep learning, you keep growing, you keep investing in yourselves, you keep at it. There's going to be a lot of distractors, I can tell you. I see them every day. But there's going to be a lot of opportunity and a lot of people here like Mayor Scott, all the folks you see here at DPW, our EPA friends, Ms. Candace Boyd, all these folks here to help you. So take advantage of those opportunities. Make sure you listen to them, because I can tell you, I think like Ms. Harry said, we need you more, right? You all are a bigger investment. We need you all more than you all need us. And you remember that as you go to your career and as you leverage your career and move forward. This is a big opportunity for you, and especially for the folks that we talked about ROCA maybe about 8 months ago, when we were able to talk to a lot of your youth at your facility, to see some of the young men take advantage of the opportunity. We thank you for being courageous and joining the DPW family. But also, you're going to join a family of about 1,200 DPW water and wastewater individuals who are focused on delivering high-quality water services to Baltimore City. And I just want to continue to say that Baltimore City water is the best water in these United States of America. And we are proud to do that work and give our customers that high-quality water. These are going to be some great careers. I want to see you all as managers, supervisors, assistant directors, directors, general managers, EPA administrators, and anything that you all strive to do in this industry. I would love to see that for you. Nationally, roughly about 1/3 of the water sector workforce are eligible to retire. What does that mean? Opportunities. As people go out the door, it gives opportunity for young folks like you to take their place and grow and move through the industry. So please make sure you take advantage of those opportunities. That is why it is exciting for me to announce today the launch of the Workforce Development Program to address the exact shortages we have here in Baltimore. I was lucky enough to sit on the panel this morning and be a keynote speaker for the Chesapeake Bay American Water Association, Works Association. And what I heard from all the utilities in this region was, we need skilled talent. And that's what we are here to invest in you. Be More Wise, water infrastructure strategic educational program is very critical. This is our first one. You all will set the tone for the cohorts that come after you. So make sure that you all trailblaze that, and make sure you are trailblazers. Make sure that you set the expectation for the people that come after you, and make sure you set that example, because you all will be the leaders in this space going forward. Water is life, and as such, jobs in the water industry can change the lives of residents across our city and provide new trajectory for the families for generations to come. These are not jobs. These are careers. And make sure you take advantage of this wonderful career. Be More Wise is going to be a game changer for Baltimore, bringing young youth throughout our city and bringing them and giving them opportunities. It's a game changer, and I can tell you, in going in rooms across the country, rooms with water professionals, this is something that is not practiced throughout the United States of America. This is a unique opportunity, and I'm excited to be able to share it with you. So thank you again for joining us today. And now it is my pleasure to welcome our fearless leader, my boss, Baltimore himself, Mr. Mayor Brandon Scott.
Thank you, Director Mitchell. And let's give the director a round of applause for his great leadership and foresight. Thank you very much. I would also like to thank Dr. Candace Boyd from the EPA for joining us today. We're always grateful to have our partners. We're grateful to have our partners from MES as well, because when you're dealing with a water system as big and as complicated as ours, you cannot do it alone. And the best way to make it to the best destination is always together. I would like to also acknowledge our strategic partners who have been committed to moving this critical project forward over the past 2 years: the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs, the Maryland Department of Labor Licensing and Regulations, of course, Baltimore City Schools, our private sector partners, KCI, who have worked to develop the curriculum and the delivery mechanisms for this initiative, Greeley and Hanson, Hazen and Sawyer, RK&K, Juxtopia, and R.E. Harrington for all being committed to making sure that we're growing the future of this workforce. Our nonprofit partners, ROCA, who we've already mentioned today, Project Jumpstart, and an organization that I happen to be a founding board member of, Park Heights Renaissance, for truly believing and understanding that we can create better pathways for folks who are growing up here in Baltimore City. Our Be More Wise program is an example of the power of collaboration to both enhance our workforce and positively impact operations at our water and wastewater treatment plants. And Jason is right. I look at the amount of money that people working in water, wastewater, and I'm like, man, I picked the wrong path. I could go to sleep at night, not have to worry about getting woken up at 3 a.m. in the morning and be on my way. But these jobs and opportunities all provide well-defined career paths and competitive income for Baltimoreans. We are utilizing infrastructure needs in new ways to improve access to economic opportunities for residents in these very communities, allowing us to facilitate equitable growth while also providing clean, healthy community and waters for our residents. This program will, of course, support staffing and capacity at DPW, equip residents with technical skills they can apply in DPW and other workspaces, but we want to apply it in DPW, not anywhere else. Let me be very clear about that, where they can earn good wages and set themselves on a very productive career path. Train with a focus on treatment plant operations, generate local economic development and financial mobility by growing a skilled workforce. For me, it's not just good enough to have a workforce that is of Baltimoreans. I want them to be skilled, and I want them to be growing in that. I don't want folks to start and finish at the same level. I started as an intern, and now I'm the CEO. That's how we want our folks to do when they come into city government. We want them to do, as you heard from Director Mitchell, grow from the bottom to the top, because that's how you get the best experience. That's how you develop the best leaders, people that know how it is to be that person doing what we used to say in the HVAC world, the grunt work, through then understanding how you work with all of your coworkers, and enhance the marketability of Baltimore City residents throughout the region, allowing them to compete for jobs and bring that revenue right back here to Baltimore. And of course, most importantly, meet our need at DPW for water and wastewater treatment operators. We all know that DPW services 1.8 million residents in the region, and the individuals here today and our first ever Be More Wise cohort will rise to the occasion to deliver core services to each and every one of our customers. Congratulations to you all, but most importantly, thank you. Thank you for committing yourselves to something greater than you. Thank you for continuing to believe in yourselves and each other, but also thank you for continuing to believe in your city. I look forward to the great work that each and every one of you will do for DPW and in Baltimore. And as the director said, in the inaugural cohort, there's something special about being the first. It's that a couple things. One, you have to make sure that you're not the last. Your job is to go out, blaze that path so that everyone wants to not just have this, but grow it and expand it so folks can come behind you and be better than you when you were in this cohort. We want to ensure that everyone has the opportunity to do that, and we want every resident that has an opportunity in Baltimore to have meaningful work and a hopeful future for them and their families. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, Director Mitchell, for both of you for your leadership. My name is Yosef Kabeda. I'm the Bureau Head for the Bureau of Water and Wastewater, and a lot has already been said, and so there's nothing for me to repeat. I just want to mention two things. One is my personal commitment and the team's personal commitment to this initial cohort of young men that will be part of the Be More Wise program, and we want to see this continue. It's not a one-off. So we are very committed and very thankful that you have all committed to start this journey. The second is that's the key part of all of this, making this happen. I want to mention and want to highlight one individual, Ramona Harry, who has been spearheading this from the behind the scenes. So if you guys don't mind, if we give her a hand clap. This is a year and a half in the making, so this is no small task. And then also with Ramona, a young lady who's not able to be with us today is LaToya Gross, who was also very instrumental. So with that, and highlighting the importance of partnership, I do want to introduce Dr. Candace Boyd, who is the Director of EPA Region 3's Chesapeake Bay Program. And we are excited to have her be part of this program and also be a partner for us in the long term. Dr. Boyd?
Thank you so much, Yosef. And yes, I want to say thank you to all of the individuals who helped me get here today. You mentioned LaToya, who really helped with all of the logistics, as well as Ramona as well. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say greetings and thank you to both Director Mitchell and also to Mayor Scott. So my name is Candace Boyd, and I'm proud to be the director of the Chesapeake Bay Program. The Chesapeake Bay Program is located in Annapolis, Maryland. We have 64,000 square miles of the bay and also the surrounding watershed, which includes 6 states and also the District of Columbia. So if you stomp your feet 2 times, you're in the watershed right now. And so I bring you greetings on behalf of the EPA Administrator, Michael Regan, the first African-American male to hold that position. I bring you greetings on behalf of my regional Administrator, Adam Ortiz, the first Latino male to hold his position. And I'm so honored to say that I am the first person of color to hold my position. So if you take nothing else from my presentation, I'm a living, breathing example of what a future in water can do for you. So let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I was a lot like you. I was a part of a summer program. My summer program didn't have a really nice name like Be More Wise, but it was called Inroads. How many people have heard of the term Inroads? Some of the people that are my age in the room remember that. You're raising your hand. Well, Inroads was a summer program, and the goal of the summer program was to connect students with careers that maybe they might not necessarily see on a daily basis. And so my background is water resources and meteorology. And at the time, I wanted to be an on-air meteorologist. So we had a chance to tour a television station. I had a chance to talk to a meteorologist, and that's how I started my career in meteorology. But I also went to graduate school, and I got a second degree in water resources. And water resources is that intersection between civil engineering, hydrology, and ethics. Take the 3 of those together. Now, maybe I didn't know what those 3 could do at that time, but fast forward to a federal career and a federal career of 28 years, and now I can tell you that each and every one of the steps that I had in my career prepared me for the position that I have today. So, what can I tell you about the EPA? I want to actually read to you our mission, that the EPA protects people and the environment from significant health risk, sponsors and conducts research, and develops and enforces environmental regulations. Most of the time you hear of EPA when we come in to help. How many of you saw in the recent news just a couple of weeks ago, Jackson, Mississippi, and what happened in Jackson, Mississippi as it pertained to water? A couple years ago, Flint, Michigan, and what happened in Flint, Michigan, and what happened when it came to water. And let's not forget, just a couple of weeks ago here in the Baltimore area, the Baltimore area made the national news because of water and water treatment. So I can't tell you how important water, wastewater, stormwater, and understanding the intersectionality of all of those are important. Now at the Chesapeake Bay, everything that we do here in Baltimore, in terms of the Baltimore Harbor, eventually flows into the bay. So anytime you eat a crab, anytime you eat an oyster, anytime you have a fish, or even eels in some cases, they come from the Chesapeake Bay, which is the largest estuary in the United States. And an estuary is where freshwater meets saltwater. And it's so unique because we have some species of aquatic life and land life that are only found in the Chesapeake Bay. So each of you sitting here in this inaugural class may be wondering, why am I doing this? Because what you're doing today can affect each and every one of us in the future. You can affect the Chesapeake Bay, you can affect water quality, you can affect many of the standards that we have. I'm probably looking at the next future scientist. I'm probably looking at the next Nobel Prize winner. All you have to do is dream big, and as I said before, I'm a living, breathing example that there is a place for you in the future when it comes to water and when it comes to water quality. So again, I just wanted to thank you all for allowing me to come here today and to say together through partnerships, we can create and restore the Chesapeake Bay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Boyd. Okay, so this is the point where we get to pin you and give you your DPW hat, and welcome you officially to the DPW team. So we'll start in alphabetical order. Cameron Finley. Okay, Mr. Harry Robinson. Mr. Jerome Whitaker, Jr. Mr. Joseph Stafford. Mr. Keontae Rose. Mr. Quante Jones. And Mr. Terrell Folks. And at this time, I'd like to turn it back over for our closing for Director Mitchell.
So first, I just want to thank everyone for coming out and supporting our first cohort to our Be More Wise program. I want to thank all of our partners for making this happen. Also want to thank our first cohort for all you will do. Make sure your light shine, and as the mayor said, make sure you trail the blaze so other folks can come behind you and really continue to push this program forward. And again, just a thank you for everyone for coming out today, and have a blessed afternoon and evening.